Welcome to our Millyard Rules training DVD for log haulers delivering to Canfor's Quesnel Division log yard. This program has been developed for you so that you can be informed and be safe. Together we can make the Quesnel log yard a safer place for you and everyone else working in the yard and avoid unnecessary accidents. This brief overview is a general log yard orientation only, and a more thorough one-on-one session will be scheduled with you to cover all aspects of our log yard policies and procedures. Canfor General Millyard Rules for log haulers require that hard hats, eye protection, high-vis vests, and CSA-approved steel-toed boots with proper ankle support must be worn from scale in to scale out. This includes all yards and satellite yards. Follow all safe direction given to you by Canfor employees while on site. If you disagree with the direction, comply, and at your convenience, raise the issue with Canfor management for resolution. Use of alcohol or controlled drugs on company property will not be tolerated. The RCMP will be notified of any instances of suspected impairment. There is no smoking permitted outside of trucks while on mill property or any log yard, including the weigh scale area. Please ensure that all cigarettes are properly extinguished and that the resulting garbage stays in your vehicle. Approach the scales at a speed of no more than 5 kilometers per hour, and you must not exceed 20 kilometers per hour on all other areas of mill property and log yards. Procedure 1. Scale in. It is required that you monitor the log yard channel 155.940 to be able to communicate with the scale house and other operators at the mill. The weighmaster is the person that you will be working with when you go through the scale house and will give you your initial direction into the log yards. There are a number of areas that you may be directed to by the weighmaster or the mill infeed button top operator. If your load has been selected for either Canfor's quality check or government scale purposes, you will be directed to the appropriate yard. Otherwise, you will be sent to one of the following log yards: directly to the mill infeed, the main yard, the Pinecrest yard, the river yard, or the hill yard. If you are instructed to go to the hill yard, be aware of the traffic control communication requirements due to the narrow roadway that winds up to the yard. When approaching the hill yard, call loaded through the depth, and on your return to the scales, call empty through the depth. Then proceed when safe to do so. The approach speed coming onto the scales is 5 kilometers per hour. If there is a lineup at the scale house, it is important to always alternate between loaded and unloaded trucks. Again, the speed limit on all other mill property is 20 kilometers per hour. Procedure 2. DRAP station. All truckers using the DRAP stations must have viewed this training DVD in its operation before using the stations. Wrappers must not be removed from loads until the load has been properly restrained by a log loader or removed at a DRAP station. Any removal of wrappers without restraint will result in automatic suspension from our log yards. Trucks that haul into the mill on an ongoing basis are expected to learn fork positioning and wrap up accordingly, as we may rent a Wagner log loader on a temporary basis to cover for breakdowns of our all-terrain log loaders, also known as ATLs. If a log loader is restraining your load for wrapper removal, care must be taken to ensure that there is no danger to anyone on the other side of the load. When the wrappers are removed, immediately proceed to the front of the truck so that you can be seen clearly by the log loader operator. There you can safely roll up your wrappers. Upon approach to any DRAP station, it is important that you stay within 1 foot of the DRAP station's base. Lower the DRAP station's arms and ensure that the full 16 feet of the logs are covered by the arms before removing wrappers from a load. Always stay inside the D-wrap structure and never allow anyone to have access from or stand behind the D-wrap station. This is a no-go zone due to the danger that a log could fall into this area. The D-wrap stations are not designed for bunks that are only half full of logs, and they must be restrained by a log loader, ATL, or button top for safe wrapper removal. Always watch the top of your load when pulling your wrappers. A log or debris could fall from the top of your load between the D-wrap arms and strike you. Out of courtesy and to reduce your time at the D-wrap station, assist the truck driver that is D-wrapping ahead of you. All D-wrap arms must be put back to their upright position before pulling away from the D-wrap station. When throwing the D-wrap arms, be sure to keep your hands away from the beam that stops the arms in both the upright and down positions. These pinch points present a high potential for injury to your hands and/or fingers. Before you pull away from the D-wrap station, always look back or check your rearview mirror to ensure that the arms have been put back to their full upright position. Important: if you forget to put the arms back up fully and you drive away, the shear pins will break. You must immediately get hold of your yard supervisor so that the damaged shear pins can be replaced. Failure to do so will expose the next driver to a real danger of using a D-wrap station that is not safe. Procedure 3. Truck unloading. After leaving the D-wrap station, you will be in radio contact with the ATL operator and will receive instructions as to where to position your trailer for unloading. The unloading area can be very dangerous, and it is recommended that you stay in your truck while being offloaded. If you choose to get out of your truck, inform the operator of your intention and go directly to the front of your truck and stay 40 feet away to avoid being struck by logs or any other debris. It is mandatory that you stay in clear view of the log loader operator at all times. The unloading of short log trucks with interlocking short logs between the bunks may result in unloading delays. Such loads will be unloaded when the appropriate unloading equipment is available. The company will not be responsible for damage caused to short log trucks because of improper bunk, false bunk spacing, or inadequate load to frame clearance for the available offloading equipment. When you have been given the all clear from the log loader operator, proceed to the stake break area next to the weigh scale. Procedure 4. Trailer loading hoist. The stake break area is located directly in front of the trailer hoist. Follow the direction from all posted signs and never climb on the bunks to pull your stakes down. There are numerous different stake breaking tools located along the area's concrete wall that are available for you to use. Be sure to replace them on the tool hooks provided. Leave all branches and log debris in this area, as it will be much easier for us to clean up here versus cleaning up around the trailer hoist. When it is your turn, proceed to the trailer loading hoist. The trailer hoist is to be used by authorized personnel for the use of loading truck trailers only. Any misuse or failure to follow the correct safety procedures will result in the loss of trailer loading privileges. Again, it is imperative that all sign instructions be followed when using the trailer loading hoist. Do not exceed the trailer hoist 10-ton maximum load capacity and never use the hoist as a load-bearing sling to perform repairs to your trailer. Walking between the hoist structure support beams and your trailer is not permitted, and never walk under a suspended trailer. Absolutely no logging trucks are allowed between the trailer hoist and the scales office. Always use the provided pipe poles to square up the suspended trailer and never use your hands. Ensure that the trailer hoist block is high enough for the truck to get under, and always return it back to its original position so that it is ready for the next truck. The hoist block can be properly repositioned for the next lift with the help of an electric eye that reflects off the block and activates a yellow flashing light when it is centered. The hoist can maneuver in both an east-west and north-south direction, and instructions for its use are posted next to the control console. Again, the hoist should only be operated if you have been fully trained in its operation. Always position the hoist directly over the hook attachment to ensure a straight lift. Always check for damage to the hoist and/or cables and report any defects to the log yard supervisor immediately. When handling the trailer hook, always use the finger holds on each end of the hook to avoid injury. When the trailer is suspended, always look back on the way to your truck, as the trailer can sway out of position very easily if it is not being attended. Do not run your trailer stakes into the trailer hoist. Always be aware of your trailer height in relation to the upper parts of the trailer hoist. If you damage the trailer hoist through neglect, you will be responsible for the cost to fix it. After leaving the trailer hoist, proceed directly to the scale house for scale out. Procedure 5. Scale out. We thank you for taking the time to watch this DVD and hope that you have found it useful, whether you are already familiar with our procedures or whether you are new to our mill. If you are unsure of any safety procedures, you can ask the log yard supervisor, the weighmaster, any Can4 operations personnel, or any experienced log hauler. You and the service that you provide to us at Can4's Quesnel division are valued and appreciated. Always be informed, be alert, be safe.